Hey, what's up guys? Good morning. I'm doing it. Second video of the week. I mean, there's might gonna be more, I don't know. We'll see. So, this is a video response to Roll for Fate. And also like in a series of video responses from Null Inquisitor and GDRD30 about how to keep the fun GMing. And I realized, I was kind of happy. I realized it's one of those topics that I never really covered. It's a good question. So, how to keep GMing fun, I asked myself the question, and so in order to be able to answer that, since I don't have a lot of experience, I need to go back into my little past GMing and looking forward, to my situation right now. And to me, it seems to come down to a couple of things. GMing can be daunting for many reasons that I've discussed before many times, and one of the most important reasons GDRD30 mentioned in his video is the daunting aspect of it. Like you need to organize people, you need to do studying, you need to do all kinds of stuff like that, and so how do you want to keep that? How do you want to keep GMing fun? For me, is to minimize the daunting aspect that is for you. So in my case, the most daunting thing is always has been the lack of collaboration in the gaming. So lazy players, doesn't talk, doesn't speak, doesn't do shit, don't collaborate to narration and stuff like that. So you end up being the only one doing the conversation as the GM. So you tell everything all the time, you decide everything all the time. So that pressure, that daunting pressure on your shoulder. So for me, collaboration is huge in taking the weight off the GM's shoulders. So that's one thing. You want to keep GMing fun. Take that pressure away. So that cultural aspect of role playing, where the GM does everything, tells everything, answers the question to everyone, and is the master of narration. That is, if you want to keep it fun, like, take that away a little bit, like take that pressure off. Another thing is, since, like, one thing that can become really boring as a GM is when you know everything in advance, when you know the story in advance. So there is this quote from Vincent Baker that changed my RPG life, is play to find out. Right? So it's in the Apocalypse world. It's don't prepare the story in advance, and play to find out. And that is critical. The problem is that you won't be able to do that with all the games out there. Well, some people are not gonna be. Some people are not gonna believe that. Like, is not gonna agree with that. Like, I know Runeslinger is grinching right now. He's like, he's not. We had this conversation before, but so some games are designed in a way that allow you to not prep story in advance. It's right there. It's in the mechanic. It's in the design, and some games don't. So when you play with games that don't, it's harder. You can do it. You can pull it off. It's an approach, right? It's a way of doing it that's gonna make it that way or not. So it is possible, but it's harder. It's really harder. So you wanna use these games. You wanna utilize these games that allow you to do it easily. Now the reason why I think that keeps GMing fun is, again, because when you're a GM, you sit, to the table for, let's say, 5 hours, and you know everything's gonna happen for 5 hours, and you're the only one around that table who knows what's gonna happen. There's no more surprises. So it becomes a little bit boring. It's like you invite friends over to watch a movie that you've seen before. Right? These people, they don't know it, so they have all the fun, but you've seen that movie before, you know it, and so it's a little boring. So that's the thing. So one thing that changed my my RPG life in that sense, as a GM and as a player as well, is that utilizing the game to find out what happened makes it fun for the GM as well, because the GM is surprised, like the players are surprised. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's you go to the table with the players as the GM, and you don't know neither, so it's as exciting for you as it is for them. Play to find out is huge for me in that sense. So if you want to keep it fun as a GM, that's a good way. It's like, hey guys, we'll see what's gonna happen. Let's roll some dice. Let's talk about it, right? That's one thing. The another thing that is important for me is trying new stuff, trying new games. That is huge to keep GMing fun. I mean, that's me, and the reason is simple. It's because I like reading new rules. I like reading new games. I like discovering new system and new settings and I like trying them out with people and stuff, and one of the things that I like the most is learning them. So it's the process of and the mastery, the process of mastering it, and that is a pleasure that keeps GMing fun, because you don't stick to the same game all the time. So by not sticking to the same game all the time, sorry, I'm cold. I'm like, so by trying these new games all the time, and getting that mastering of the rule, and well, for me it keeps GMing fun and exciting. It's not like always going to that these old shoes kind of thing. But the thing is, like I have been having some problem with that recently, but yeah, that's one thing. So to summarize, I said taking the weight off, the pressure off the GM by collaborating more. Then play to find out, to keep that surprise even for yourself as the GM, and then trying new games a lot to stay on the edge, and so that's, and also to discover new way of GMing, because games depending on the design and the philosophy, the approach behind them, ask you to change your way of GMing. And what keeps GMing fun for me? Like, now, one big thing that is complicated, is abstract. Null Inquisitor discuss it extensively, is staying excited, being excited. And it's important for the GM to be excited. I completely agree with him on that. And so to keep GMing fun, you need to stay excited. And recently, I've been struggling with that excitement, and I might gonna make another video about that. I have a video about that on my channel. It's gonna be the topic of the next one because I'm living it right now. And how do you control your excitement? How do you deal with your own excitement? So one thing that the Null Inquisitor do, and I think it's you know, his extensive experience talks for itself, is keeping the campaign short. So just long enough for you to get the feel of the character, get a good narrative, good story arc, and a feel of the mechanic of the game and all that. So maybe 10, 12 session max. And then change system, change setting, change aesthetic, change game. So by changing these all the time, you can stay excited for the next trend, you know, because the seasons change, the trends change, the mood changes, so the aesthetic needs change at the same time. So sometimes you feel for vampire stuff, sometimes you feel for fantasy stuff, sometimes you feel for modern stuff and all that. So just listening to these excitement needs and just surfing them instead of sticking to that old super long campaign that drags on and then get boring for some reason, because it's just the way we are. We have this wavy, moody excitement curve kind of thing. So yeah, so that's how I would do it for personally, to keep the GMing fun. Alright, so thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.